Okay, welcome back. So let's leave schools for now and let's head over to our list schools handler. So let's close that. Let's go to CMD. Okay, and we're here, list schools handler. Let's come down here. Let's remove this. And so after we have performed our validation, we will now go ahead and call the method we just created. Okay, so let's do that. So we're gonna have schools. So let's get a listing of all schools. So we have a variable called schools. Since it returns something called schools, it returns an error. And so I'm going to say app dot models, of course, dot schools dot get all. So we will simply pass in input dot name, right? We'll pass in inputs dot level. Again, you should know where these are coming from. They're coming from here, right? And then we have input dot mode, and then of course we have input dot filters. All right, so these are the ones that are expected. Of course, let's check for any errors. So if error not nil, then we know something went wrong, and then I can simply say app dot server error response WR error, and of course let's return from the handler. Otherwise, if everything works well, we'll simply JSON response, okay, containing all the schools. All right, so this is rather straightforward. We've done this many times. So app.write.json, we'll provide W, we provide HTTP, that status OK. All right, and of course we'll provide our envelope, and we're gonna have schools as the name, and of course the value will be the schools slice. Okay, and of course we don't want any header information, right? Or any additional header information. And all we need to do is to check to see if write JSON return any error. So if error not nil, then we will proceed to return a server error response. Again, nothing new. We've been doing this many times. So return, and that is that. Okay, so let's save this. Let's open new terminal. Let's start our server. And I went ahead and I created a bunch of schools, because remember we only had one. So I created about 20. And so let's just test that out. So I'm going to say curl. I'm going to have localhost 4000, and of course v1/schools. And it should give me a listing of all the schools ordered by ID. Oh, Okay, seems I have an error somewhere. Let me go back to my server. Name, not a pointer. So let's go back. Seems I messed up somewhere. Internal data, schools, and I messed up here. Okay, great. So let's go back and restart my server. Okay, and let's issue the request again. Okay, and we have all the schools listed, right? Okay, so that's it for this lesson. We are able to list all the schools, right? And going forward, we want to now be able to use the name, the level, the mode, and the allow the user or the client to specify what they actually want returned. Okay, so that's the filtering of our list of schools, and that is what we will do next. I'll see you in that lesson.